What's new is ESPN and all the other sports media outlets that follow the lead of ESPN have empowered jocks, untrained journalists, spoiled, entitled, filthy rich, know-nothings to lead the conversation. That's how you end up with Matt Barnes, a basketball player and known idiot who spends most of his time getting high on a show called All the Smoke. That's how he ends up in your docuseries about the evolution of sports media. And no one can complain, or people are afraid to complain, like, hey, how did this tatted up, entitled, high idiot end up on the worldwide leader of sports as an authority? How did Showtime and other groups invest in Matt Barnes and put him out here like he's some thought leader? How did this happen? How did our discussion get so degraded that Matt Barnes, whose contribution to basketball at the professional level was he was a enforcer, an idiot enforcer. There's no important shot that Matt Barnes knocked down during his career. His contribution to the sports world is, he was a bit of an enforcer, a little bit of a defensive player, but he's not articulate, he's not smart, he's high most of the time. But hey, let's put him out here as a thought leader and someone very important that people need to listen to. Our conversation, our discourse has been degraded, and Stephen A. Smith is the justification for it. And I say that this will sound personal, but this isn't my ego talking. These are just the facts. Stephen A. Smith and I are the same age. Stephen A. Smith and ESPN is allowing Stephen A. Smith to run around and pretend as if he were me and had my journalistic career. He's never been a journalist. He's been a plant and a puppet, an unskilled one, his entire career. I've walked you through on this show. We went all this story, these stuff. Oh, I did this when I was at Winston-Salem State, and I called for Big House Games to step down. We went and found the articles. He's lying. I read his college work. It's no good. And he's lying and exaggerating about what he did. I've exposed that on this show. His entire narrative about his college career, his high school career, all of it is either exaggerated or it's a lie. How does a pathological liar end up as the face of sports journalism with the worldwide leader in sports doing documentaries promoting him as the face and the voice and the most important person in sports media? How does that happen? It has to be intentional. If I know these things, you think ESPN doesn't?